The FNM would have, who would the FNM have? The FNM has somebody running there. I'm trying to remember who it is. Brian Brown is the FNM's candidate for Golden Isles. And so Brian Brown, that's the FNM candidate? Yeah, I think Brian Brown is the FNM candidate for Golden Isles. And the COI is running Brian Roll. So it's two Brians in going down there. So Brian Brown will be running for the FNM, and Brian Roll will be running for the PLP in that area. And so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Not Brian Roll will be running for the COI, sorry. Brian Roll will be running for the COI. The PLP has to now select a candidate. The PLP has to now select a candidate since Vaughan Miller has passed on. And so, yeah, this is going to be a town on fire with all of this politics going on. And so, and all we can do is watch it. I want us to continue to work together, remembering, you know what, more than us being about politics, more than us being PLP and FNM, we are Bahamians, and so let's not use this process to divide us, but use this process to unite us as a people. All right? It is what it is. Now, I know, we can be celebrating Vaughan. We got to celebrate Vaughan. And it's interesting that Vaughan is a number in a long list of broadcasters who were passed on. We have, first it was Daryl Miller, and then it was Rodney Munker, and now it is Vaughan Miller. All of these are broadcasters. All of these are people who would have used the news media, the platform, to be able to talk to the people of the Bahamas in their own way and shape and form. And so it's just interesting to see how this is all playing out right now. The FNM going, well, before I even go into that, let me read something that was written by, they said, Linda Christie. It says, a prophetic shaking in the month of September by Linda Christie. By Linda Christina Stubbs of Mount Moriah. Linda Christina Stubbs of Mount Moriah. And Linda Christina Stubbs says, the Progressive Liberal Party began its rule on September 16, 2021. And now within this single term, 2 sitting members of Parliament's cabinet ministers have died in the month of September, just 3 days apart. Obadiah Wilscombe on September 25, 2023. Vaughan Miller, September 28, 2025. Our sincerest condolences to Mr. Miller's family here in Nassau and in Greencastle, Eleuthera. Unheard of and unprecedented. The same month that marked their rise has now become a month of mourning. God is speaking to this nation. The Spirit of the Lord is moving, and PLPs ought to take heed, to repent, to humble themselves in sackcloth and ashes. God is shaking the foundation and preparing his people for change. The Coalition of Independence will rise as the vessel of that transformation, ushering Bahamians into the new Bahamas. This is prophecy taking place in this Jewish New Year. A cleansing is taking place with this abundance of rain. This is no storm, it's a cleansing. God is preparing the Bahamas to pivot into its next, a new dispensation, the new Bahamas. And so it's interesting that Christina would put that together like that, So this election, this is going to be interesting. The government could do 2 things. They can either go forward with this by-election or just go forward with the general election one time.